All right. Part two, quick recap of what I said in the other video. Counties can change their names, but most of my belief centers around the fact that that needs to come from within the people of that county or that community. Again, I have the same belief on those that I have for Confederate monuments or Confederate statues. It is up to the people who are in those communities to decide that. But there is a caveat. Some of those things can be misinterpreted or interpreted as a way for others to inflict violence, harm, or subjugation on others. The way that we look at history and the way that history evolves, there are things we know now about people that we didn't know before, or the way that we look at how those things happen are important than before. Does that mean it is unfair to judge historical figures by today's standards? Yes and no. When we talk about slavery in the United States, a lot of people go, well, slavery is widely accepted back then, except it wasn't widely accepted. It was accepted, but not widely. There were still organizations in the northern and southern parts of the United States that were opposed to slavery. So saying that like slavery is widely accepted and no one had a problem with it is wrong and a misinterpretation of historical fact. And as we look at the names for counties, as we kind of move on, as we go west, so as the state is settled and as more and more counties are added, you see less members of the bogus legislature and you see more members of veterans from the American Civil War, people who fought in the Civil War, statesmen who were important during that time period. So you can see the progression, and that's kind of the word I'm using here, of maybe not going with members of one party or another, but you start seeing them push to more people who fought in the Civil War on the Union side. So, historically, and as a historian educator, we can see that people's perceptions of the names they were choosing and of those who might have been pro-slavery or pro-Confederacy, you can see that the perception in Kansas changes in the 1870s. And the map shows us that because of the names of those counties. So we can actually show the progression of history through that map, through those names in and of itself. Is that a good reason to keep the names? Probably not. That's like my little interesting thing that I've noticed as I look at it and I share with students. However, if the people of the county decide that, one, it's in that county's best interest to change the names, two, they have the people of the county on board, and three, they have the political will to do it for those who aren't on board, then yeah, counties should change their name. It's their right to do so. Should they have counties named after people who were pro-slavery? Maybe not, but you can change the name to honor someone else who has a similar last name, pick a new name entirely, or do whatever you want. But it has to be, in my opinion, from the people of that county for it to be legitimate and to be a good cause. So hopefully that clears that up. If you have any more questions,